Back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. In the Corvette. You guys chose it between the Chevelle and the Corvette, man. You guys wanted the Corvette. You guys are the real MVP. I would have chosen the same thing. Let's merge into traffic here nice and safely. Make sure traction control is off. And that's how you safely merge into traffic with 665 horsepower. This car is brutal in every which way. In acceleration, in stopping, in turning, in getting tickets. It does it all really good. This car is an absolute monster. You cannot go faster for the money than buying a C5 Corvette. This car, that acceleration back there, I just forgot everything I was going to say, so I apologize. I'll tell you a little bit about this thing. Really not that much done to this car, believe it or not. The basics, as far as suspension goes. C6 Z06 shocks, which are like $90 a piece. T1 sway bars, and Van Steel solid bushings in all the control arms. That's it. That's all I have done to the suspension in this car. As far as power goes, that's the fun part. All aluminum, 364 cubic inch LS2, stock displacement, Molnar crank, Molnar power adder rods, CP Carrillo pistons, topped off with a beautiful set of AFR 245 cathedral port cylinder heads, and all of that gets force fed from a Magnuson TVS 2300 supercharger, the star of the show, the cherry on top of the cake. The blower is the center of attention, obviously, because this car doesn't have a hood on it. So the first thing you see is the blower. The first thing you hear is the blower. And then sirens after that, because they're probably chasing me and I don't know it. The car makes 4 pounds of boost right now. This car makes over 650 horsepower throughout the entire RPM range, over 550 foot-pounds of torque from 2,500 RPMs to redline on 4 pounds of boost. This engine is the king of efficiency. Low boost means lower intake air temperatures. Lower intake temps means denser air. When we have cooler, denser air, there's more oxygen. More oxygen in the cylinder means we can put more fuel in it, thus more power. Heat is the #1 enemy of horsepower and also anything on road course applications. This car is not a drag car. It's seen the drag strip one time in its life, and that was when it was completely bone stock. This car is an absolute monster on the road course. Big track, small track, autocross, it eats the competition alive anywhere it goes. The brakes on this car is my favorite part. StopTech 6-piston billet calipers in the front and 4-piston billet calipers in the rear. I cannot overheat these brakes if I tried. They don't fade, they don't get funky, they don't spread calipers, they just work and work and work. I've gotten these rotors glowing red before, and they still bite like they do cold. If I were to change one thing on this car, it would probably be the seats. That's my #1 complaint with this car. The factory seats are pretty terrible. They have no side bolstering. They don't hold you in real well, so when you're doing road course stuff for 20, 30, 40 plus minutes at a time, your upper body gets fatigued real quick. So the first mod I would do if I were you, and if you're planning on doing road course with your car, is a good set of seats. I personally have Sparkos and everything else, and this car is going to get Sparkos pretty soon here. The car is on E85. That's where a lot of the power comes from a good fuel, and that's how I keep this thing cool. Gas mileage, if you were to guess, racing, let's see, about 4 miles a gallon. This car gets about 4 miles a gallon under race conditions. And let's see, what are we doing now? Our average is 10.6 miles to the gallon. Now, I do have two separate maps for this car, one for E85, one for pump gas. This car pretty much lives on E85 because it's not my daily anymore. It's gone a little too crazy for that. But I could put it back on 91 octane and drive anywhere I want in this car. It'll still get 25, 26 miles to the gallon on 91 and drive like an everyday car. People tend to see this car and get scared. A lot of people don't want to race this car because they see the big blower. This car is a lot of fun. I love it. I've posted it up for sale before, and I know the second it goes up for sale, I regret it, so I keep taking it down. I had a lot of fun cruising around with you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one.